How are you, Mike?
DP, what's up, man? How are you?
Doing great. Doing great. I got a question for you right out of the gate.
What's that question?
All right. If you're Leonard Fournette, sophomore at LSU, leading candidate right now for the Heisman, what if he said, I'm going to take my junior year off, work out, not run the risk of an injury? How would the NFL scouts, GMs, coaches view that?
That he doesn't love the game, but I don't think it would affect ultimately where he gets drafted, because he's just such a beast, man, running that football. This boy is a beast running the football. But you'll have all kinds of comments about if you can do this, he doesn't love the game. He's just in it. Maybe once he gets the big payday, he just kind of walks away from the game. It'll be that kind of stuff.
Could you have gone and played in the NFL after your sophomore year at the U?
Could I have gone and done what?
Could you have played in the NFL after your sophomore year? Were you ready physically?
Oh, God. Oh, no, not at all. No, I was just getting ready, really, to play at the college level. Now you're not ready for the grind. And then, let me tell you something. Football's a funny thing. And I always tell people, the most important thing in this whole game is confidence. And it's nothing to play with. You mess around and you get in here your sophomore year and you get your confidence snatched right up out of your chest, and you don't know how to put it back in your head. It'll be a difficult thing.
And I think the quarterbacking position is where you see confidence fluctuate more than any other position.
Yeah, and I think that's why I say it's so important that when you get a young quarterback, I really believe it's better to have an offensive-minded head coach working with him. Then he feels he's got control over the whole team, and the whole team is working with him. Now you say, when it's a defensive-minded coach, and like look at Jameis Winston. I mean, Jameis Winston comes out, his first throw is an interception. Yeah. He's been working with a defensive-minded coach all year. That's Lovie Smith. That's what he does. He's great at that, great at defense. But on the other end, you see the guy, Marcus Mariota. He comes out his first game, and the whole team is built kind of around him. It was a different situation.
Well, it's like, Rex Ryan, that Rex couldn't develop a quarterback in New York because he was a defensive-minded guy.
Right. And he looked up on one. He looked up on one right here.
Yeah.
This young kid right here, and it's still out. The verdict is still out, but early returns look pretty good for this young kid. So he found him something, and Rex just wants somebody that can hand the ball off and make a bigger play every now and then. And this kid can do it with his arm and with his legs.
You're looking at Aaron Rodgers' play, and I know that we've elevated his status, that he's playing it differently, the position differently than just about anybody else. Now, Brady's got a great start here, but what separates, why has Aaron Rodgers somehow mastered it, quicker than anybody else?
You know why it is, Dan, and when I travel around and I speak, sometimes I'm speaking in an arena where there's a father and a son, and the father and the son. The father's running the business, and the son is getting the business. And the son will be telling me, "Man, my dad, he just won't. He doesn't want to listen to my ideas." And I'm like, "Whoa, wait a minute. Your dad should listen to your ideas, but you got to listen to what he did to get to where he is. You got to take the base of what it took to build it, put your new ideas on it, and then go to the future." That's what Aaron Rodgers is. He's the base of what it takes to build a great quarterback, that thing that Peyton Manning and Tom Brady and those guys have, understanding the game, can drop back and play in the pocket and pass. But he's also that future thing. He can move, and he doesn't give up anything. What we have done in this league is we've given him accuracy for mobility, because the defensive linemen are so great and they're so fast. But Aaron Rodgers gives you the mobility with the accuracy. That's just it's off the charts, man. It's off the charts. It really is in this league. It's off the charts the way he's playing football.
He's Michael Irvin, the playmaker, joining us, Dan Patrick Show. The Cam Newton Ed Hockley exchange. I don't know if we're ever going to get to the core of it, the truth of it.
You're not going to get to the core of it. Dean Blandino already said we don't have any video. We don't have any microphones on it. The microphones. I thought microphones were on every blade of grass on the football field. But if they tell me they don't have it, I got to take that.
What do you think was said? What do you think the exchange was, Mike?
I don't know what it was, but it was something. And let me also say this now. Hockley's been great for a long time, and there are exchanges on the football field between players and referees and all and things like that. But I understand why Cam kind of reacted the way he did to that kind of exchange. If he's trying to set himself up and make sure you give him all of those calls, and no gray areas in the future. But Ed Hockley has been great, man. And I don't know, but something was said because Cam reacted to it.
Yes.
And there's nothing. Cam reacted to it, and he reacted to it in a pretty shocking manner.
That's what surprised me. So if it's one thing if Ed Hockley said, look, you know what, you were a runner, and that's why you didn't get the call. I don't think Cam Newton turns around and goes, it's like, what? Like, I don't know.
Right. Right.
That's the only thing where I was kind of looking at giving Cam the benefit of the doubt there, that he does seem surprised at what Ed Hockley says to him.
Yeah, he was shocked. He was shocked, and it was so, okay, I don't know how you want to put it out there, but you saw Ed just kept it walking. Ed just kept it walking. like, I just dropped that on you. I'm going to just keep it walking. I know something going. It was kind of funny, man. But yeah, I hope, and listen, even if Ed said something like that, I could imagine. I would take it as him joking, not just kind of messing around and joking around. Because those guys are human too. What we want to do is remove the human element out of everything and say, just be a robot. That's what I do. That's what they want you to do. I broadcast. Guys get on me and they tweet at me, Michael, you're such a Cowboy fan. Dude, listen, dude. I only played for one team. I won 3 rings. What are you talking about? You think you just discovered bars with that comment? You're so Cowboy fan. Back up with that.
What do you think of the new show, Ballers?
I haven't had a chance to watch it much, but Dwayne Johnson's from the U, so I'm a huge fan of his. But I just spent so many time in the air. But I heard a lot of people like the show. A lot of people like the show.
What if I did a show on you back in the 90s? Not the you, but you. What would we call it?
We ain't calling it nothing. We ain't doing no show on me. We ain't doing that. Listen, you know how long it took to get me back in good standings with people where I am now? We're not putting the show out on me. We're not doing it.
Would people believe it?
Hey, hey, man, listen. I'm a blessed man. No one ever gives up their whole, real, true testimony. You got a whole self back. The world couldn't hold all the true testimony. So no, you'll never get that.
Oh, I still, and I know. Look, we've talked about it. You've been so transparent about it. And when Dion just got to the Cowboys and he said he went to your hotel room and he had to close the door and said, Mike, I don't live my life like this. I laugh every time we tell this story because here's Dion probably going, he's seen everything. All of a sudden he walks into your room and he has to run, right?
It was new. It was new to Dion, and I was, we were, and I told him, no, listen, I was just welcoming him in. I had worked to get him in here. I talked to Dion, and I told him, I said, man, everything you do as a Cowboy will be 10 times bigger. Because, he had gone to San Francisco. He said, man, it's big in San Francisco coming from Atlanta. I said, I'm sure it is. I said, but now as a Cowboy, everything you do will be 10 times bigger. It's 10 times bigger here. Everything is 10 times bigger. That's Texas. So when he got here, I had to show him that first time that it was 10 times bigger. If you know what I mean. It was 10 times bigger.
And you live to tell about it.
Thank God. Thank God. And that's how you know it's God, because you know there's no way I could have done it myself. That's how you know. Hey, and that's the truth, man. That's the truth, man. That's the truth, man. There's no way, dude.
You're the best, Irv. You are. You're a treat. Hey, great to talk to you again, and we'll talk soon. Thank you.
The family's good. The family's good. Tell everybody I said hello.
All right, Mike. Thank you. It's
all right, buddy.
Michael Irvin, the playmaker.